The danger of generative artificial intelligence, is it genuinely as real as it's made out to be, the threat? Now, joining us, some of the finest voices in the country on this Jibu Alliance is a content head at India AI, Prashant Suri, is a former senior manager of product marketing at Yahoo. He tracks this very closely. Ankush Sabharwal, the founder and CEO of CoRover. We're also joined by Kazim Rizvi, the founding director of The Dialogue, and Rituparna Chakravarti, co-founder and executive director at TeamLease. Ankush, as the founder and CEO of CoRover, an AI-powered virtual assistant, and somebody who's obviously worked in this area very closely, till what level or till what extent is AI acceptable for you, beyond which you would say this is where I shut down the technology or I restrict it?
Hey, thanks, Vishnu, for having me here. In fact, I think my answer is going to be biased, right? So for us, bread and butter comes from AI. And we firmly believe in AI. That's why we started working on this around 6 years ago. And in fact, we used to go and talk to our clients, prospects, convince, hey, this works. And still, it was kind of very difficult. And now it is still difficult to convince people it works. And if you see, there are multiple things. One is technology ready? I think now word is accepting technology is ready. I'll tell you, before this generative AI stuff, people were not even believing us. Hey, would they be able to have the virtual assistant who could answer their customers' users' queries? Now at least people believe the technology is ready. The second thing is, are we using the technology in the right way? Right? Is the purpose good? Right? I think one of the panelists said about the biasness. Yes, it's there. The bias is there. So whatever I'm speaking, I'm biased, right? So similarly, whatever AI system is giving us output, it's biased based on the data you give, right? It cannot. I'm not saying it's intentional bias, but the biasness comes, right? That's why it's very important to have the explainability, so that if there is a biasness, user is aware, hey, what kind of biasness should be there if you put the right disclaimers. So now the second I was saying is about whether we are using the right products, good purpose. And the third, of course, would be adaptability, right? We are talking a lot about it. Our organizations, our government, are we ready to accept the products coming out of using good technology? Now, I'm considering if all of these three are true, then about do we have manpower? I'll give you one statistics which I think it's mind-boggling. By 2030, we will lose, the world would lose, the globe would lose $8.5 trillion because of shortage of manpower, right? So we're talking about the AI taking job, maybe short-term, few industries, maybe the job displacement, but think about how many new jobs are being created, right? We are purely working on AI. Even our HR guy would also understand AI, right? So we need people who understand AI. There is definitely opportunity to create new industries in AI, and there is a need to use AI in all the industries. I think if you have to think that way, upskilling, reskilling, and some displacement.
I think reskilling is going to be a key part of this going forward, but do spare a thought for those who do lose their jobs and don't really have the ability to reskill or the opportunities. I'd like to thank you all very much for joining us.